Lurd, Berkin, KO, and Tally. We're just being tossed into Tarbu's prison. You are pushed inside the prison cell, and once you get your bearings, you can see that there are two other people in here with you. One is a very familiar gank that you recognize from the tournament at Geeta's palace. It is Cygnus. And then the other is a Deveronian who you are unfamiliar with. Grix, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. So I'll be playing Grix.
And who are you?
Who are me? Oh, sorry. I'm Elliot, and I will be playing Grix Vondair. Grix stands 6 feet tall with reddish tan skin. 2 dark brown horns protrude from the forehead, angling up and outward. Grix wears dark red leather pants tucked into tall black boots, a medium gray sleeveless shirt tucked into his pants and secured with a multi-pouched utility belt. Finally, he wears an asymmetrical, dark brown leather utility harness across his chest and a black sleeveless crop top vest.
Excellent. Okay. Grix, you see these 4 figures tossed into the cell here. One you immediately recognize as Tally, your traveling companion, and 3 others, Berkin, Lurd, and KO. Why don't you describe yourselves for Elliot?
All right. Lurd is about 5'10". He's a gank, and I guess you can only really tell that because he's completely covered head to toe. He wears loose-fitting robes that cover his body and gloves over his hands. On his face, he wears large red tinted goggles, kind of bug-eyed goggles, as well as a respirator mask and a cowl over the rest of his head with a hood pulled up over top of everything.
My character is Berkin Druuk. He is a Nagai male. He's got deathly pale white skin, which makes it incredibly easy for him to get mistaken for a corpse. So my character wears a mask to prevent that. It's kind of a cross between like Star-Lord's mask, where you can kind of see that, you can see his jet black hair protruding from the top, and kind of a Revenite mask.
Okay. Cool.
He wears a black cloak slung over his shoulders with the hood up for the most part, as well as just kind of standard spacefaring wear. And if you saw him prior to his being captured, you'd see that he wields a very wicked-looking knife as well.
All right, I guess next KO here is a KX series security droid. So quite large in stature, more or less a black body paint, but it's been pretty scuffed up and beat up through the years. I believe we said I had like a satchel that's got some additional gear in it. And I currently have no weapons or anything else because I didn't succeed on any rolls.
All right.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you guys get pushed in. Tally says, Grix, I brought help. These people said they were going to help. We came to rescue you. Although I didn't see getting captured being part of the plan, but we're here.
All right. I am like, oh, Tally, it's good to see you again. Thank goodness you're back. What's the plan?
Great question. What's the plan, guys?
Hey, I'm Laird. Which of you had weapons? I say to my companions.
Step 1 was to get captured.
Yes, succeeded at step 1. Now, step 2 is we find Tally's companion and we attempt to make our way out of this place.
Well, this is my companion here. This is Grix.
Berkin Druuk. A pleasure.
KOB3 at your service.
Oh, nice to meet all of you. I am Grix Vondair, the fastest pilot in the system. Or at least I think. Right, Tally?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, does anyone have any food? It's been a long time since I've been here.
I've never seen a better pilot than you.
Oh, you're too kind, Tally. I've never seen a better mechanic than you.
He's never seen.
Oh, you got me again. Every time with that trick.
All right. So what are they holding you in here for?
Well, I was running fuel cores out to the outer rim, and my ship was hijacked here by one of these huts. Tarbu the Hutt, I think, is the name. But I don't know. My ships have been here for about 12 hours, I think. Probably stripped for parts by now. But suppose if we get to the hangar, she might be in one piece still.
Well, I didn't expect to be running into you so quickly. Tell me, Cygnus, how are things?
Well, I guess I'm in prison, so it's probably going to be fine, though. I came looking for work. Geeta's business has all but dried up, right?
So you came to the prison looking for work?
No, I came to Tarbu looking for work, and, well, you should know you're in here with me.
It's bad form on Tarbu's part. You'd think that with the power vacuum that he'd try to scoop up as much of Geeta's people as possible, not throw them in prison. That being said, here you are.
Yeah, I imagine they'll come and see me soon. I'm supposed to be getting an audience, but apparently associates that have worked for Geeta don't have a really good reputation. And seeing as Geeta's health hasn't quite come to light for everyone, I suppose I'm a suspicious fellow.
Oh, that's right. Geeta's death hasn't been announced.
Not yet, anyway.
Did you say you were going to get an audience soon?
Yep,
Does that mean they're going to come get you out of the cell?
yep.
Any idea how many of them?
I don't know how many are going to come get me, no, but I imagine at least a few of them.
Have you had any interactions with Tarbu the Hutt before?
Me, no. I haven't had any interactions with him. I've seen him, but I haven't spoken to him personally.
So, about how big is this establishment in comparison to Geeta's? Like we've walked through it for the most part. We've seen it from above.
Okay, you're asking me out of character, yeah. So far, Tarbu's palace seems to be bigger. It seems to be bigger. And it definitely does not look how Geeta's looked. Geeta's was very colorful and bright. This one is dark, more typical of a hut palace, more traditional. A lot of trophies around of various creatures. Oh, we forgot to do the thing we always forgot to do. Can everyone give me the destiny check, please?
Berkin rolled 2 light side.
Laird got 2 light side as well.
KO got 1 dark.
Grix says 1 dark side.
2
Am
light.
I supposed to roll?
Yes. So we got 2 light, 1 dark, 1 dark. And then, wow. And then I got 2 light as well. So that's
I like it.
All over the place.
that is impressive. So we got 6 light and 2 dark. So Elliot, these points are rolled at the beginning of every session, and we roll the, of course, the force die, and we build this pool. Now, these points, these pips, get used by both player and GM. The light side get used by the players, dark side gets used by the GM, and it's basically destiny. So you can spend these white pips in a number of ways, from influencing your rolls to introducing something beneficial to if you forgot something and you really need it, you can spend one of these to be able to have it on you. Stuff like that. It's a bargaining chip.
Gotcha.
And some abilities, some talents that you will encounter in the talent trees, they require the use of them.
Okay.
Force powers.
And then there's some force powers that have interaction with them as well.
Gotcha.
So how does it work, Aaron? If I use these for force abilities, like if I have to use like a dark side pip, what does that mean again?
If you want to spend a dark side pip that you've rolling on your dice for one of your force checks, you must have a light side destiny point available that you can spend, and you have to spend it. And in addition, you take 1 point of conflict for spending that dark side point.
So we have to flip a light side destiny point to use a dark side power.
Correct.
Interesting.
So that's what the pips look like, Elliot.
Cool. Thank you.
It doesn't sound like that Tarbu is going to take too well to your presence. He's already got a habit of taking out Geeta's retinue already.
He obviously wants to talk to me. Otherwise, I would already be hung on the wall. So we'll see what happens after that. What about you guys? Why are you here? Looking for work too?
Actually, completing some work. We're here to bust this guy out.
Me? Oh.
We were also working with Geeta the Hutt. I don't think that Tarbu is going to take too kindly to us. So, all things considered, why don't we try just making a break for it? There's more of us now than there were when we got captured.
I agree. I say we wait for these guards, we jump them, and then we run.
I'm going to walk up to the front of the cell. What kind of locking mechanism is there?
It's locked electronically.
Is it like a force field type thing, or is it actual like
It's a solid metal door with kind of like that peephole that anyone outside could slide open and look through. The prison area looked like it had about 4 different rooms. There were other people in some of the other rooms as well. You could hear voices coming from there as you were being ushered into this one. There is also a corridor that you had to traverse to get here, and that was fairly narrow, maybe 5 to 8 feet wide, and there was a security door at the end of it. But this door, this door is large, made of metal with the window.
So I'm just going to make some small talk as I try to peer out through this window and kind of see if there's any guards around. So, Grix, why don't you tell me about your ship? Is it a big ship?
Oh, she's not too big. She's a Hawk 290. Her name is the River's Edge. She's pretty fast, though, I'd say. She can't carry too many crates, but she can hold a crew of 6. Tally and myself can pilot. We've got a space for an astronav droid. She's a good ship to get us around fast, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sorry, you let Tally pilot your ship. Is that how you got captured in the first place? No offense, Tally, you're a wonderful person, but I can't see with shite.
She doesn't need to see so much, but she's wicked on the sensor array, I'd have to tell you. Tarbu's thugs and their bloody snub fighters that brought us in.
There's plenty of things I can operate. Thank you very much.
So as we're having this conversation, like, what do I see when I kind of try to, peer around through the visor slot?
Absolutely nothing, because it's a covering.
Like it's closed.
Slider, yeah.
The
outside attendants can open it to peer inside.
Can we open it inside?
No, you can't open it from inside.
Can I open it from our side?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Show us your droid strength. Get in there, boy.
I don't see any benefit in actually looking through the hole. So,
would I remember the path from the hangar to the cells here, or was I like masked or anything?
You could give me a vigilance check.
Vigilance. All right. So my dice pool says 3 greens. So I roll 3 green.
So you'll roll 3 green dice, and it'll be a difficulty 2, average difficulty. So you'll also add 2 purple dice in there with it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's great, man.
So what'd you get?
I don't know these symbols or what they're called so much.
Okay. At the bottom, it says results 4, and then that symbol there is for successes.
Oh, okay. 4 success.
You can mouse over it.
Oh, shit. You can mouse over that?
Oh,
Yep.
success.
That's
okay, so
amazing.
I got 4 success and 1 threat.
That's awesome. Yes, you can absolutely remember how you were brought in here. They would have escorted you from the hangar, so you figure you would probably be able to find your way back to the hangar by feel. However, you do have a threat, so the threat I'm going to hold on to because I have something for that.
Okay.
Also, are we sure we're done with this place? Have we completed all the things that we've needed to do here?
No.
Out of character, no. We still need to meet up with Nephrim, but Nephrim is going to be outside of Tarbu's palace as opposed to where we are right now in prison.
And she's going to be there fairly soon. I think you guys have arranged it so that she was heading there, and it was going to take her, I believe, about 4 hours. So you probably have 3.5 hours left until she gets there.
Now, is the plan going to be that we go out guns blasting and then pick her up, or what are we thinking? I know. Thinking about a plan before we do.
On our way in, did Laird notice any kind of weapons locker or evidence lockup?
You can also give me a vigilance check, but that one's going to be pretty difficult. Why don't you give me 4 difficulty, which I think is daunting, because all of the weapons had just been given to different palace guards. So we'll see if you were able to notice where they took those off to.
Well, that would be 5 failure and 1 advantage.
Okay. I don't believe you noticed where they took the guns or your weapons anyway. But do you have any ideas for what your advantage could be?
Other than strain going down, not really.
Do you need that?
Not really.
Okay. What you do remember, though, is that the bartender up in the cantina Troll, he had a blaster rifle behind the bar. With your one advantage, that's what you remembered.
All right.
Okay, I go up to the grate and I kind of like try to use my fingers and kind of like depress it and kind of like move it around. Does that work?
No, it doesn't budge at all. It seems like there's some sort of locking mechanism on the outside of the door for it.
KO, come over here for a second, will you?
I join him.
Yes, what is it I can do for you?
KO, I need your help. You see this visor thing? I need you to open it. So can you take your two big, strong droid fingers and just like pop it right open for us? I'd like to see what's on the other side and see if there's any guards around.
No, I can opener for you.
Didn't say this was a can that needed to be opened. I just said it's a slot that needs to be unslotted.
All right, I'll step up and see what I can do here.
I mean, I'd do it myself if I could, but I can't. So I'm offering it to you to be the hero.
So KO will kind of sidle up to the door and try to block out what he's going to be doing here. But he'll make a show of trying to force the little window open manually, but he's going to channel into some latent abilities here to try to open it from the other side.
All right.
Except I don't think I can.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have the fine manipulation of item. But what you could do is you could give me a coordination check. Roll your force die in there with you, because I assume you're using the force, and make it 4 difficulty. And if you succeed and you spend your force pip, I will allow it.
That is a success with 2 advantage and 2 light side.
Okay. Tell me how you do it.
All right. So I focus on the inner locking mechanism and just pull to the side until the interior, so the whatever's holding it shut snaps on the inside, and the little grate rockets to the open position.
Okay.
Ping.
You do that. It opens.
I step back from the door and gesture broadly to Berkin.
As requested.
I pat him on the shoulder. Excellent work, Kago. Excellent work. And I try to ascertain what's on the other side.
On the other side, in this corridor, you can see another door like yours across from you. Obviously, another prison cell. There's also one to the right of it. You can't see a lot outside of this little window. It is fairly small after all, but you do know that there's at least 2 guards in this corridor with you. Yeah, and I think that's about all you can really make out here, unless there's something specific you're looking for.
No, that is exactly what I wanted to hear.
Okay. Well, Cygnus will speak up once again and say, okay, well, if you're going to wait for the guards to come and get me, sure, you know what? Try to break out. If they're going to come for you too, I just don't want to be in here when that happens. I'm trying to get a job with Tarbu, and I don't want to be lumped in with you guys, okay? I'm here for a job. Just let them take me, and when they come for you, well, then you can do whatever crazy stuff you have planned.
What's his name? Cygnus? Is that correct?
Yes.
He was here before you.
Okay. I'd like to ask him, like, hey, Cygnus, what job are you trying to get here at Tarbu's palace?
Either guard or, bounty hunter, mercenary. That's what I do.
Do you have a pilot on your ship there, Mr. Bounty Hunter?
I do, myself.
Ah, I see. What about a co-pilot and a mechanic? Got those on your team?
I got those covered as well, myself and my other self.
What I'm trying to say here, Cygnus, is that as a business venture, Tally and I, we make a great team. And I'm sure our skills would greatly complement your skills. And so if you wanted to include us in your bid for work with Tarbu, as opposed to, us being sold to slavery or something fantastic like that, we'd love to split the profits with you. Yeah, 60-40 for you.
Okay, so you guys are pretty cool with just killing whoever you're told to kill then? Or you're at least good if I do that?
All right. Now, hold on. Before we get all shooty and blood and everything, this is something that needs to be discussed. Don't know you very well, Grix. However, I do know Cygnus, and that man right there is a bounty hunter with no qualms about taking someone's life.
Thank you.
It's not a compliment.
Yes, it is.
I take it as a compliment.
Lord, you're not helping. The fact of the matter is that we just need to get out of here. And we also need to make sure that Tarbu does not know about Geeta the Hutt and the situation that she has found herself in. It stands to reason that you are going to be using that as probably a key point when you're talking to Tarbu the Hutt himself. So I postulate that the best thing that you can do right now is to stay with us. We can take you out of this system and find you work in a more humanitarian cause. Not just Hutts need guards, you know.
No, thanks. Look, if that's your concern, I was going to use Geeta's death, I guess, as a buying point into this organization. But if you all will keep your plan and just wait for me to leave this cell first so that I'm not lumped in with you guys, I don't care what happens after that.
Well, what happens after that is you go up to Team Tarbu the Hutt and you tell Tarbu the Hutt that Geeta the Hutt is dead. That is not going to work for us.
What I was going to say here is you guys wait until I'm out of here, and in return, I won't tell Tarbu that Geeta's dead. I will tell Tarbu that me and Geeta had a falling out and I had to kill a bunch of her guys. That's it. And now I'm here looking for work, probably get thrown into the Rancor pit and I'll have to fight my way out. It's not a problem. How does that sound?
That sounds like I am going to arch my eyebrow and kind of stare into his eyes and see if I can get a judge as to his character.
Also, we don't have time for that.
Or the alternative is that when they come to get me, you try to pull your crazy plan or whatever, and I help them detain you.
Well, I mean, if something happens to them in our escape, then that kind of eliminates a problem.
If they suspected you were trying to help them keep us in our cell, then you would, of course, be written off and wouldn't have anything to do with our escape. They'd have to take you in as well.
Tali, you told us, Tali, that we'd only have to worry about this one person, your friend Grix. And now we've got to deal with Cygnus as well.
Do you remember when I said I would like to get an audience with Tarbu? Thank you, Lord. And then you got us all captured?
Yes, I do remember that.
And now you're talking about killing more guards to get out of the situation. I understand that the end result is the same, but how is that my fault? I don't know Cygnus. You seem to know Cygnus. And now I'm in prison.
All right, so I go over to Laird and kind of turn him around so our backs are we're no longer facing Cygnus. We are backs to him.
I pull out my gun.
Assholes.
No assholes.
I pull out my holdout pistol, so I've still got this.
How did you get that past the guards? I'm impressed, Laird.
Do you have any guns on you?
No, I don't have any guns on me.
Take this. I passed the holdout blaster to you, but I want it back later.
Okay, does this have a stun setting?
It does. It's damage 5, range short, crit rating of 4.
Okay, so I immediately take it and I change the setting to stun because clearly it's on kill.
Yep.
There's marks. You can see he tried to remove the stun setting.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, so I immediately do that as I'm kind of like staring daggers at him. And I look over my shoulder. Do you think Cygnus is going to be a problem, Laird? Is he a gank of trustworthiness? Is he a gank of his word?
I mean, I don't know. Probably.
Was KO included in the group? No assholes huddle.
KO was just standing in the corner.
No assholes.
Right.
No. Yeah, KO for sure.
If something were to happen to him during our escape, that would be beneficial to us.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we just push him into the guards, they're not going to know that he's on their side. But also, I mean, news of Geeta's death is going to get out sooner or later. We could always just kind of trust him so he doesn't cause us more troubles. I don't know. What are you feeling?
I'm feeling that Tarbu the Hutt's still a suspect.
I don't think we can wait for another round of guards to come to get us after they get Cygnus. I think we may need to make our move immediately.
That's true. So what is our move? Do we go to Tarbu and question him? Or do we just make our way to Nephrim?
I think if we're breaking out of here, we gotta run. I don't know if he's going to be amenable to questioning after killing a bunch of his guards.
No killing. Stone setting only, all right? There's no reason that these guards can't get back
Lord
to
looks down at his repulsor fist. Yep. So he might be a little mad.
Fine. The motion to Grix and Tally to come over as well.
We head over there.
All right, Cygnus follows.
I was going to say, Cygnus just watches as everybody but him goes into a huddle.
Cygnus sees you guys gesture to the other two, and he's like, all right, everyone's involved in the huddle now.
Should we wave him back? No, not you.
Yeah.
Listen, this isn't a big prison cell, okay? It's
All right,
not like
fine.
I can't hear you guys.
That's fine. So here is the situation. We are going to make a break for it. I suggest that
Like
you
I
do the
said.
same thing.
I don't care if you make a break for it. I'm just trying to get a job. Just don't ruin my job interview.
Perhaps if you were to valiantly try to stop us from leaving, but then not succeed, that could possibly go in your favor.
Why not just wait for me to go, and then when they come to get you, then you can do this.
We simply do not have the time to wait for another round of guards.
Man, you guys are really messing up my job opportunity here.
It's a hut, all right? It's not exactly the best job opportunity that you're ever going to have. There
Listen.
are so many other things. You know what? I know.
That's who I work for. I work with huts.
I, for one, know of a certain person who is definitely in need of a bodyguard. He owns a speeder rental center on the other side of Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, yeah, that guy, the one that got kidnapped recently.
I definitely have no qualms killing any of you or any of the guards or all of you. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah. Please send a hired killer to the guy we mugged. He's going to come back. He's like, all right, killed that guy for you. That's what you wanted, right, guys?
Okay. Well, the fact of the matter is that we've got to get out of here.
Great. Just wait for your turn and leave my turn out of it.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution to this conversation. You can go sit over there now.
This is the last time I'm going to say it. If you try to do your crazy shit, I'm going to do my crazy shit against you. And he walks over and sits back down where he was sitting previously.
Do we remember how did he fare in the fight?
Yeah. You know, Cygnus is incredibly dangerous. You know that he has a vast amount of aftermarket custom cybernetics. I guess all cybernetics are aftermarket. He has he has a lot of heavily customized cybernetics with built-in weapons. You know that much.
We can take him, guys.
Yeah, no, Laird, can you tell just from looking at him exactly whether or not he's armed right now?
Can I attempt to size him up?
Yes, you can try that. Yeah, give me a perception check. Laird, you do remember the fight with Cygnus, though, and he was pretty terrifying. You recount that he bested all three opponents that he had to fight. It was a 1-on-3, and he walked out without a scratch.
Yeah, but we won, so.
I also have another question for the DM.
Sure.
If I was to unload the equivalent of a full clip of stun shots into his face, how long would that stun last?
I'm not sure what a clip is in Star Wars.
Battery pack.
Battery pack. If I
Or a
was to
cell.
just like continuously just hit this guy with stun shots at basically a point blank range, how long could I effectively stun him for?
So you want to tase him until he almost dies?
No, stun's non-lethal.
If you can get him past his strain threshold to a point where he gets knocked unconscious, you could keep him there for a bit, but that's if you can get him there.
Maybe save your non-lethal takedowns for non-adversaries or...
He sounds pretty lethal.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Aaron.
Yes.
I have Grix, rather, was wearing it's a short stun baton, that he would have had. Would he have been thoroughly searched and removed of that CS12 stun master before going into this prison cell?
Let me take a quick look at your character here.
Because he would keep it like collapsed in a little fancy pouch on his back.
Yeah. Why don't you give me stealth or a skullduggery check to hide the item on your person?
Okay, I'll do skullduggery, which I've got 3 greens in my dice pool.
Okay, so it's going to be against a difficulty of average difficulty. Just give me an average difficulty check. So 2 purple.
2 perp. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have 1 failure and 1 advantage.
Okay. So you didn't manage to hide it on your person, but in haste, when you were being ushered off of the ship, you didn't actually get a chance to pick it up.
Gotcha.
How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, Berkin, this guy is he's real tough stuff, if I recall. I don't know that we really want to go toe to toe with him and guards at the same time.
Fine. All right, so we just let him go then.
We can take him, guys. Come on.
I don't have any weapons save for this stun gun, and it looks like he's probably going to be able to take at least more than 1 shot.
Perhaps if you were to take the gun off the stun setting, it might be more effective.
Arguable.
All I'm saying is he still looks like the kind of person that can take more than 1 blaster shot. And then it's going to be much harder to explain a corpse than it is just to let him go about his business and we try to sneak out shortly thereafter. So let him go about his business. The last thing we need is to have him chasing us through the known galaxy as well. We've got other things that we need to worry about.
Yeah, if we were fully equipped, then I would agree with you, KO. But under the circumstances, it seems like an unnecessary fight.
I still say we can take him. But fine.
Grix would turn to Tally. Hey, Tally, did you get a good feel on the door mechanics when you came in here? Any ideas how to get out of this cell?
I'm working on it.
Did she get a good look at the door mechanics?
I mean, probably. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good look at them, huh?
Probably pretty good with that, yep.
How?
Huh? Sorry? So anyway, shortly after you have come upon this decision, a group of guards come and open up the prison cell door, and a Twi'lek kind of stands in the middle of them, and and he says, Cygnus, our great and powerful Lord would like to see you now.
I thought they were calling him great and powerful.
No.
Yeah.
Great and powerful Cygnus.
Watch him turn us in anyway.
Perfect. As he's walking out past all of you guys, he kind of looks at all of you to make sure that you're not going to do anything stupid. And he exits through the door, and the door shuts.
All right. So just before, as they leave, and just as the door is closing, KO is going to try to catch it, basically, and stop it from fully latching.
Sure. Why don't you give me a skullduggery check? Difficulty. Yeah, that's going to be another difficulty 4.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a skullduggery check. Why skullduggery? I would like to argue for a different stat, please.
Okay. What do you want to try to argue for? What stat would you like to use?
Hold on. I'm just looking through what would be.
Honestly, it sounds like athletics if you're trying to get to the door to prevent it.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it physically. I'm doing it mentally.
Athletics could be appropriate if you just want to try and hold the door open.
All right.
However, if you want to try to hold the door open so that they don't notice, that's going to be something a little more.
Sneaky. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
What's discipline used for?
Discipline's like the mental version of resilience.
Yeah, it's how focused you can
makes sense.
maintain.
I have a 1 in cunning, so skullduggery won't work with a daunting difficulty. KO at the moment is more of a blunt tool than a fine precision instrument. So,
I mean, you can try to keep the door open, but they're probably going to notice if you use something like athletics.
yeah, and skullduggery, he's not cunning or anything like that.
Or sneaky.
Well, I have a high stealth, but that's probably not applicable in this case.
Not for this.
Okay, so what I'd like to do then is I see KO going for the door, and I immediately take off my mask and try to kick it or place it kind of at the door so the mask kind of it doesn't close all the way.
Okay. Give me a skullduggery check then.
Difficulty.
And you want it so that they don't notice this is happening?
Oh no, they would have taken him out, right? And the door would be closing. I'm assuming that it opens outward, right?
I thought it was a slidey slide.
It's a slidey slide. It slides.
Oh, it's a sliding door. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll get my mask in there.
Does it slide up or does it slide sideways?
It slides sideways. Make it a 4 difficulty just because we got to figure out if they see this or not, because it's very easy to see stuff like that.
I mean,
especially when you're attending to prisoners.
That's what I mean. So like at best it would be a distraction tactic, which I'm on board for. Like it's a good idea, but I don't think it's going to be stealth.
I think this is going to work. I think that those guards are
Also, hang on a second. If you try this now, when they're just taking out Cygnus, then that could be construed as us interfering with his stuff, and that just we might as well have just tried the break when we had the opportunity.
Well, I'm hoping he'll be like down the hall a little ways before we launch shit at the fan.
We're hoping, but we try to open it and the guards take it away notice, and then he's going to be pissed at us.
So what are the odds? Would you like me to spend a destiny point and upgrade my roll?
If you want to.
You've got lots.
You have lots.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do it.
Okay, so yeah.
See this mask maneuver.
Berkin like immediately reaches up to his face, takes off his mask with like a little pop and a hiss, and surreptitiously kind of tosses it down toward the door in an attempt to prevent the door from closing all the way.
Sure.
I stress surreptitiously.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody on board with this? It sounds
I don't
like
see how we're on board with this now. We weren't on board with it 5 seconds ago when we were talking about making a break for it.
Well, in Lurd's mind, Cygnus is out of the room, so we're no longer trying to break out while he's here.
Yes, he has proven that he is not an ally.
Interfere with what he was doing, though. It wasn't just. It was a pretty open statement. It wasn't just specifically like, don't. Okay, never mind. Go for it.
God damn it!
Yep.
A valiant attempt.
So
what'd you get?
I rolled a fail and no advantages and no threats. So maybe the door closes faster and my mask just kind of bounces off and bounces back toward my foot.
Yeah. So the bad news is you do not manage to keep the door open. The good news is that the guard that is there ensuring that the door closes all the way does not notice that you just tried to interfere with the door closing.
Yeah, no, I turn around, or I pick up my mask and I turn around and kind of dust it off. This is probably going to be the first time that a lot of you have seen my face.
Yeah, so what does your face look like? Because this is the first time your mask has been off.
My face is thin, gaunt, like sunken cheekbones, very, very, very like pallid flesh. I look like I probably should have been buried like at least 2 days ago. And my eyes are, I've got kind of like a steel gray eyes, like on the dark, like a dark steel. Well, that didn't work.
Right after the door closes, I'd like to go up to the people.
On the other side?
Yeah, like before the guard walks away, I'd like to call out to him, "Hey, guard."
Okay, a guard comes up very nonchalantly to the doorway. Not one of the ones that had left, but one of the two that were in the hallway in attendance.
Is it just the two of them there now?
It's the two of them there, and then wherever Cygnus and the other guards are. But yeah.
All right, I'll let Cygnus and the other guards walk away until there's just the two there.
Okay. Yeah, it's just the two there then.
Hey, guards, you should let us out.
Oi!
I don't know, we didn't do anything.
You can get out when you get your audience with Tarbu.
Right, do you know when that's going to be?
Probably as soon as they're done with the other gank.
Fair enough. Well, guys, looks like our turn's coming up soon, so...
Now keep quiet in there. I'm trying to read.
All right, so I say we give him like 5 minutes to move out of this particular area, and then we enact Plan B.
All right, well, time starts ticking. 5 minutes go by.
What was plan B?
Well, we had a plan B.
That's how you had a plan B. KO punch me.
KO punches him.
Grix yells. He's like, guards, there's a fight. They're fighting in here. Help me out. Get me out of here.
That's nice.
This droid's gone rogue.
Well, he's in the cell, so sucks for you.
No, you need to come put a restraining bolt on him.
No, it's fine.
I slowly stop beating him.
No, one punch. One punch KO. Just one punch.
Oh, I thought I was just like wailing on you. Okay.
I'll stand back up and kind of like rub my jaw. Put my mask back on.
Well, that was fun, but it didn't work.
I think you enjoyed that too much.
Shall I punch you again?
No, I think we're fine. But you've got some ridiculous strength there, though. Don't suppose you want to try just like pulling that door open?
10 minutes go by.
Are you saying that like we're being too slow?
No, I'm
Or
just
are you-
saying time is ticking. That's all I'm saying.
Fine. Didn't want to do this. Guard.
I told the last guy I was trying to raid.
Look, I know I've got a good. I
Boring.
have it on good. What the hell is that phrase?
Authority.
I have it on good. No.
He has been reading. Nice.
I have it on good authority that you might be inclined to take some credits to crease this door open a little bit. How does that sound?
We
Would you like to-
already took your credits. I'm pretty sure they took everything off of you. They usually do. Look, I don't want no credits. I just want to read my book.
Okay, what kind of what type of person is this that's guarding our door?
It's a Gamorrean, obviously.
Okay, I go, look, just look me in the eye and say that you're not going to open the door.
I'm not getting up to tell you that. I'm not gonna open the door.
You are going to get off of your Gamorrean ass right now, and you're going to look me in the eye like a man, like a Gamorrean man. I go and sit down in the corner and sulk.
I don't think he can do it. I don't think he knows how.
Yeah, Grix pipes up. He's like, yeah, I think you're right. I bet you that guy, that guard, he doesn't even know how to open the door. He's probably too dumb.
Dumb Gamorreans.
Good thing you didn't see this big hole in the wall back here. Pretty easy to see if you just look through the peephole.
You can give me a deception check if you want.
Okay.
Make it a difficulty of average. 2 difficulty.
That's no success, 1 advantage. What is that? Yep. No success, 1 advantage.
All right. Your advantage is he lost his place on the page, so he's slightly annoyed. I said be quiet. I'm trying to read.
Yeah, we'll keep it up too.
What do Gamorreans read?
Who knows?
All right, Grix starts to sing as loud as he can his favorite cantinist track that he knows. Just he's trying to be really obnoxious and really piss this guard off.
Oh, I love this jizz.
I was off guard for that.
This
one.
is my favorite jizz track of the late rotation, man. And I just yell like even louder. Ah. And I kind of groove around and I start hitting the door really loud, hit to the beat.
All right, give me a coercion. Give me a coercion check. Difficulty 2, average.
So did you say coordination?
Coercion.
Yeah, gotcha.
Difficulty
2.
He's trying to help us out here.
Let's go. All righty. 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right. You hear something heavy hit, presumably a table, and then he gets up and you hear some thumping as he walks over. He opens up the little peephole on the door. For the last time, be quiet in here. I'm trying to read my stories.
He's looking at the gun barrel of the blaster pistol.
All right.
I fire.
Okay. Give me that attack roll.
As soon as he fires, Lurd stands beside the door with his repulsor fist cocked when ready.
Okay.
Grix gets behind them and is just he's readying himself for any kind of physical combat, but mostly to run.
On your attack roll, Berkin, can you upgrade one of those purples to a red, please?
I've got a question. This isn't in combat, so does it even require an attack roll? Can I not just hit him narratively?
It does attack. It does count as an attack roll because he doesn't want to be shot.
What's the end game here, man?
He gets mad and
We
fights
are no
us.
longer protected, and we can figure something out about how to open the door. I'm sure we can figure it out.
We just need to. Yeah, the door needs to be opened.
I don't see how getting shot is going to make him want to open the door. He's like, they've got a gun in there. I don't got to get shot again.
Yeah, they're going to want to take the gun away. Gamorreans are going to want to take the guns away because we're not allowed to have guns. Besides, we're prisoners, right?
I know Gamorreans are supposed to be stupid, but I think even one Gamorrean guard wouldn't try to go into a prison with 5 to 6 people armed by himself. But maybe he will. But this is happening, so I'm just.
Regardless, it will be an attack roll.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty for shooting in melee range or engaged range, basically. Yeah, it's going to be for a blaster pistol. I believe it's 2 difficulty.
But one of them is a red, right?
Yeah, one of them is a red.
I think that I should get a boost die because he is unaware of the fact that there is a weapon in his room.
Absolutely, you may have a boost die.
All right, so I fail the roll. However, I do have 2 advantage. So I think the advantage is that he's going to try to retrieve the weapon.
Okay. No. Okay, so you try to shoot this guy. He sees the blaster at the last minute. Turns out his reflexes aren't shit. He manages to quickly step out of the way of the blast. However, he bumps the table and the book he was reading falls off. And turns out that the book is on a data pad and the data pad screen cracks and he gets very upset now. And he's like, "You're not supposed to have a gun. My bloody book is broken. I'm going to deal with you."
No, you're not.
He says to the other guard, "Okay, go get some more guards. We're going to go in here and we're going to deal with these guys." And then the other Gamorrean guard in here goes out and leaves the prison chambers to presumably get some backup. And
time to force the door.
I turn to the other guys and I just give them a thumbs up.
What's wrong? You can't face us alone.
And he says,
I'll 1v1 you.
You think I sent him away, just to get reinforcements? No, I sent him away so I can do terrible, bad things to you.
Nah, you're too scared. You're too scared.
Oh, yeah. If someone's too scared, would they open the door like this? And he opens the door.
I punch him in the face.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
I'd also like to flip a token to upgrade it.
Absolutely.
And what would the difficulty would be standard, average, 2 purple?
Average difficulty 2 purple for engaged melee or brawl combat, yes.
That's 2 success and 1 advantage.
Nice.
Okay, so is this going to be, are you trying to do non-lethal damage or what?
No, it'll just be regular damage. Yeah, so Lord cocks his arm back and you can hear some servos whirring as he launches it forward into the side of this guy's head. And it deals 10 damage.
That was with your repulsor fist?
It was, yep.
Oh, what just hit me? And he's going to try and clock you back.
And then for the advantage, could I heal a strain?
Absolutely, yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. He misses, but 3 advantage. 3 advantage is pretty good. For 3 advantage, I'm going to say that the other guard has already escaped the corridor and has secured the security door leading into the prison area. But he misses you with his punch. He ends up hitting maybe the door, which gets him even more upset.
Can we sneak through between the Gamorrean and the door? Is there enough space to scoot by?
You could. To do so, you could give me a check. Can I get maybe a coordination check?
Sounds good. What would the difficulty be for that?
Yeah, we'll just make it too difficult.
Okay, so coordination is this. I have a 1 success.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're able to slip past him as he throws his punch and misses. He leaves just enough gap for you to slip on by.
All right. I take a quick look around the room and try to see if there's anything, data pads or like weapons, or if I can understand like if there's a big unlock button or anything like that beside the cells.
There is a button beside the cells. It's kind of like in the middle of the wall between the two cells on either side of the corridor.
Just one button for everything, or is there buttons between all of them?
There's buttons for the individual doors.
Okay. And do I see, I guess I can't see into them unless I go up and look in, right?
Yeah, you can't see into them unless you open up that little hatch. And now that you see the locking mechanism on it, it just occurs to you that the way that KO managed to open it seems to be impossible unless they didn't actually lock it.
I laugh out loud. So the door wasn't even locked.
Not the door, but the little viewing window.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I would then try to open like as many of the door. Well, the door that's the furthest away from the Gomorian, I would run and try to open that first, and then as many doors as I can. There's 4 rooms.
Yep.
Yeah. If I can safely open like the three doors, that's my goal.
Okay. You can definitely open all the doors with the remaining part of your action. In the cell across from yours, you open the door, it reveals 2 humans inside. They look like street thugs. And then in one of the other rooms, there is Mon Calamari. He's dressed in pretty plain clothing. He doesn't look like he's in the business that that some of you might be in. But when you open the door for the thugs, they kind of look at you and quickly move out of the room and charge after the Gomorian. As for the Mon Calamari, when you open the door, he kind of backs up and throws his arms in the air and just looks at you in fear. And then there's no one in the final cell.
All right. Slick. There's our distraction.
Excellent. Why don't you give me a hand with this large fellow on the ground, and we can put him in one of you in that empty chamber.
Yeah, sure thing.
Right, now which way is it to get out of here? Which way to your ship?
I know the way. Yes, follow me.
If we take his ship, then how will we meet up with our contact?
Where is it you're going? Are you on planet or off planet?
We have a meeting that's going to take place just outside of Geeta the Hutt's palace. It's important that we at least stay in this area, but I don't think that you want your ship to be impounded any more than it has to be. So they'll just take us out, drop us off, and we'll rendezvous with you later. Now, where are our belongings?
I pipe in, I say, hey, Berkin, listen, I've got 2 speeder bikes in my ship. They're yours if we can get out of here in one piece. And it's in yours, I mean, you can borrow them, get where you need to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's fantastic. And I shake his hand. That's a deal. But first we need to find our things. I've got a certain blade that means quite a lot to my family.
Yeah, I really like that gun I had.
It's probably under heavy lock and key. We might have a difficult time getting to it if we wanted to escape at all.
What if you guys went up to Tarmu and just demanded your stuff back?
Well, considering the challenge that we had dealing with this one Gomorian thug over there, I think an entire room full of them is probably not going to be to our advantage.
Do you got anything he wants? Could we bargain our way out of this one? I mean, he owes me. He stole all my fuel cells, my whole payload. I'd say he owes me at least 4,000 credits.
Well, I don't think I want to be here to find out. Perhaps we can send him a message by HoloNet. I do not want to be here in person just in case we have earned his ire.
In case? What makes you think we might have earned his ire? Was it the trying to free the bot, the assault on his guard?
On multiple guards?
Freedom of his prisoner here in the form of Grix? I can't quite think of what we might have done to earn his ire.
All right, so I want to look around and see if there's kind of an obvious location as to where our weapons would have been placed, our gear.
In here, no. This is a long corridor with a table kind of sitting between two of the cells and a chair. There's a broken data pad on the ground. It seems to be like an e-reader. There is a Gamoran inside of the cell that you guys were now in, and there is 2 street thugs beating him up. Aside from that, this corridor at the other end, there is about 30 feet down, there is another large, sturdy-looking security door.
Was the Gamorrean guard, I'm sorry if anybody asked, was he armed in any way?
No one asked, but he probably is.
Can I use a destiny point then to retroactively grab his weapon, whatever the hell it was?
Yes, you can. He has a stun baton.
Perfect. Yes, I would have relieved him of his stun baton, and I will use a destiny point to do so.
Sure.
Was there an actual book, or was that Gamorrean reading off this data pad?
He was reading off the data pad.
Gotcha.
The data pad's broken. Can I investigate the data pad then? I'm going to go back for it. I want to know what he was reading now.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Some great Gamorrean literature.
Poems from Gamor.
Fantastic.
Okay. You pick it up. The screen's broken, but it otherwise functions. It might be a little glitchy to get through. But what he was reading, it appears to be some sort of picture book of questionable material.
Oh, and I hand it over to Grix.
I have no need for this.
Questionable Gamorrean material.
Grix kind of shudders a little bit when he sees it, but has a bit of a chuckle. And he says, "Hey, Tally, think you can fix the screen on this? Any use for us?" And he hands it to her. "Oh, by the way, don't look at it. Don't look at the pictures. Just look at the screen, and not the pictures, though."
Yes, Tally, don't look at anything.
Yes, Grix, I'll be sure not to look at the pictures. Thank you.
You know what I meant. Every time.
I'll put it away and I'll see what I can do with it when we're in a more, in a more comfortable environment.
Well, you think you could hotwire that door down there?
The mechanics of it seem to be fairly complex. It will take me a little bit.
What do you need, Tally?
About 10 minutes.
Okay, we got to buy her 10
minutes?
minutes. 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, guys, can we buy her 15 minutes of time? Tally might be able to hotwire the door. Get us out of here.
I mean, is there an alternative?
I still don't understand our plan, so no.
Well, Tally goes up to the door and she begins feeling the door to kind of get an understanding of what it exactly looks like. And she'll just be working on that for a little bit.
What's our situation? What is our situation?
You are trapped in basically the prison area behind a security door. There's one Gamoran, probably unconscious at this moment, being beaten up by 2 street level thugs. And there was one Gamorrean guard that had ran out of the prison cell to get reinforcements. That was about probably 5 minutes ago at this point.
So reinforcements are on their way.
Yes.
Is this bridge? You said there's a bridge or there's a long corridor?
Yeah, it's a corridor.
Okay, not a bridge. Well, I know the way back to the hangar. If we can get this door open, I can get us back. As for your weapons and goods, I don't know. Maybe we can split up.
So about another 10 minutes go by. No reinforcements have shown up yet. Tally is still working on getting the door open. Looks like she's getting close. She's since pulled out that data pad that you gave her, the one that the Gamorrean was reading, quote unquote, off of. And she seems to be thumbing through that a little bit. And yeah, so it's been about 30 minutes since Cygnus went and was taken by the Twi'lek and the guards.
All right, so what are our options? We wait for the guards to come. We wait for Tally to open the door. Is that it?
Pretty much. After about another 5 minutes, Tally does manage to get the door open. And she says, "Ha, no problem." And the door slides right open, allowing you all to exit. What have you done with the 2 thugs that are in there? Did you do anything?
Apparently, we've been letting them beat the hell out of the guard.
Yeah, we didn't say anything regarding them.
Nope. No one said anything regarding those thugs.
I wasn't really involved in the tossing of the guard in the room of bad people. I don't know what we've done.
I thought we threw him in the empty room.
No, you didn't throw them anywhere. Well, the two thugs rushed the Gamorrean, and they've been beating him up for a while. And then at some point, they stop beating him up, and they're just kind of standing around otherwise, waiting for the door to open.
Grix looks over. He's like, so you guys, why are you up in here? And he gestures towards those two thugs.
We were here trying to make a deal with Tarbu. Turns out he didn't like the terms of the arrangement. But thank you for letting us out. We appreciate that.
You guys got a ride in the hangar?
We don't got a ride in the hangar, but we got places to go.
Do you know how to get out of here?
Once we get past the prison door, if we can find our way into, I don't know, the next area, hopefully find a place that looks familiar and go from there. That's our plan.
Gotcha.
Anyway, what's your name?
My name's Jabba.
Your name's Jabba? Okay. Well, Jabba, I'm Dahl. There's Vex. Here's my communicator code. If you ever get into some hot water with the Black Sun, you just let me know. I'll try to smooth it out for you. I'm not very high up, but it's better to know at least someone than no one.
I take that number immediately. So I give him my communicator code. I'm like, all right, here you go. I got a fast ship. If it's still in one piece, I'll owe you one.
Sounds great.
Anyway, so here's what I'm thinking. We all rush. We try to get to the hangar. Maybe you guys can try to find, or we got to find your stuff first, right? So we gotta find where your stuff is locked up, and then we gotta get to the hangar. I got a ship. We hop on, blast out of these hangar doors. You guys can take the speeder bikes, meet up. I'll do my thing, get out clear, pick you guys up. It's gold. What do you think?
Oh, the evidence room. Yeah, where they take all your stuff. That's just outside. It should be the first door on the left.
Hey, luck's on our side today, huh, boys? Yeah, look around.
I tip my hood to the thugs.
That's for freeing us.
Well, let's go get our guns back.
As soon as that security door opens, those two thugs are gone. They just bolt.
All right.
Yeah, Lurd's looking for that room.
It's pretty obvious now that you know where it is. It's literally the first door on the left. There doesn't seem to be a lock on it.
I jam it open.
It opens.
I go flying in there looking wildly around for my gun.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Okay. This room has all of your other stuff in it. Anything that was confiscated from you can be found here. There's not like a lot of other things in here. It's a fairly simple room. It looks like this room is used mainly for holding people's items and also maybe for interrogations. There's a bit of blood on the floor beside a chair, and there's what looks like restraints, like binders that could be used to keep someone from moving around too much here. But yeah, you can go in here. You can find all of your stuff. It's all here.
Excellent.
Very good. All right. Well, I grab my stun baton, and I look around. Is there like a spare pistol laying about that's not claimed?
No, like I said, there's not like a lot of stuff in here. It's mostly just all of your effects.
Gotcha.
And yeah.
Okay. I put my stun baton back where it goes.
Sure. If you want, you could spend a light side point to have a small holdout blaster appear.
Oh, should I do that?
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right.
Do it.
I will spend a light side point. Do I need to roll anything?
No, you just spend the light side point.
Ooh, look what I found.
So there's 3 light side and 5 dark side points now.
Those are piling up.
Yeah, I take up my blaster carbine and my Relby K23 blaster pistol, do that little finger twirl thing, and then like holster it. And is my Tekla blade anywhere around?
Yeah, like I said, you can find all of your effects in this room.
Okay, yeah. So I'll take that and I will reverently kind of like hold it up, bow my head, close my eyes, and then sheath it in one of those thigh sheaths.
And when you turn around, Lurd is standing there with his hand outstretched.
Oh yeah, and then I'll give him back his blaster pistol.
Cool.
Thank you. As soon as Lurd gets it back, he switches with the stun setting off.
So with all your personal effects, you can continue following the corridor. There's kind of no different direction to head in at the moment. But how about everyone Everyone can give me perception checks, please.
KO is busy adjusting the sights and settings on his weapon, convinced that they did something to knock it out of alignment.
Perception is what difficulty?
Average difficulty, please. 2 purples.
As I said, KO was fixated on his weapon and rolled a failure and a threat.
Lord also rolled 1 failure, 1 threat.
Berkin rolled a success and 1 advantage.
Grix rolled 3 success, 1 threat.
Okay. What you guys notice is it's a lot quieter in here than it was the last time. Even moving down these hallways, you could hear the sound of the Cantina band in the background versus now where it is quiet. Before there was people yelling and having a good time and enjoying themselves. That sound is completely gone. It's kind of disturbingly quiet. In addition to that, soon after you leave the room that contained all your belongings, there is a Gamoran guard slumped over on the ground in a pool of his blood.
Grim stuff.
That was not me.
No, no one thought it was.
Oh, maybe it was Vex and Beck on their way out.
They had names?
Yeah, they gave me their communicator number. Said if we needed anything with Black Suns, at least they have an in. Black Sun's pretty rough gang, though. I wouldn't want to roll with those guys. I keep it clean, you know?
There's actually someone we were looking for.
Wait, you're looking for the Black Suns?
We were looking for someone specific that may have been working with the Black Suns, I think. Yeah, that sounds right.
The Black Sun were just another potential suspect that Zatuza gave you as they do operate out of the area.
We actually don't have an in. We did not have an in at that point in time when the Black Sun name was given to us. So we should probably follow through with that at some point in the future.
Right.
I don't think they gave us a name, though.
Anything to notice about that Gamorrean body? Was it, if it's bleeding, was it like meleeed to death, or does it have a gaping blaster wound in it?
Yeah, he has a large hole in his chest.
Just a hole? Like
it's not like a clean hole, but it's definitely not blaster fire.
Oh wow, guys, that's not blaster fire. Was this that guy? That's a gank. What's his name? Sigmund? Is this his doing?
He was trying to work for Tarbu, so most likely not.
Can I kind of take a knee down in front of this Gamorrean and inspect the wound and kind of try to see if I can ascertain what it is, like what happened?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. 2 difficulties, fine. Average, please.
Nope, but I do get a threat.
Okay. Maybe take 1 strain as the thought quickly occurs to you that something made this hole. It's not made by like a knife or anything like that. It's not made by a blaster. Whatever it is, it looks like someone was able to force a blunt object into this person.
Yeah, I immediately stand back up and kind of look over toward the other guys. This is not good. I have no idea exactly what happened here, but it just looks like brute force killed this thing. I do not want to be around here when whatever did that comes and finds us.
Can the party give me a vigilance check, please?
That's a standard difficulty there?
Yes, average difficulty. 2
average. Okay. I've got 2 failures, 2 advantages.
KO rolls 1 success and 1 threat.
There's 2 fails for Berkin.
And 1 fail for Lurd.
Yay for KO.
Sometimes wonder if I just want to roll real dice just to see if they roll better than this algorithm.
It's rigged.
Okay. KO, you can take a point of strain for your threat, but your success, you just now notice that when you all reclaimed your personal effects from the room, that was everyone's personal effects. After that, there was nothing left of value in that room. Everything else was gone. Perhaps indicating that anything that was taken from Cygnus has already disappeared somewhere.
Did anyone else notice that the room our gear was stored in was empty after we left? Where was the other equipment?
Yeah, he's right. Was there anything there? It was just my gear. They found this pistol, but...
So what? There's an entire horde of other Tarbu thugs that are now fully armed and chasing us around? We found our gear. That's all that matters. We just need to move. We need to get out of here before that whatever monstrous creature that did that to that Gamorrean finds us.
I've got a bad feeling about this, guys. We better move quick.
It's an understatement. Let's go.
Okay. So, Grix, you are able to lead them towards the hangar if you wish.
Yeah, that's the only place I know. I would be like, look, I know the way to get to the hangar, guys. It's this way. And I'll try to lead us there as best I can, looking around corners and stuff as we go.
Okay. So you lead them upstairs, up through the spiral ramp and through the cantina. The cantina is completely empty. Not a single person is in there. You do not see a single person as you're going up the ramp.
Do we see any droids?
There is a droid that is slumped over the bar, and it has since been decommissioned. It is the droid bartender that you had dealt with previously. However, it is missing a few of its pieces at this point. Head included has been removed from the rest of its body.
No.
Big oof.
It is still sparking at this point. And I guess the canteen is not completely empty, as there are a few dead bodies in here as well. Guards. They are palace guards. Maybe 5 of them in here.
Was this wasn't from the people that we released, was it?
Well, they
Apparently
didn't have weapons.
They could have gotten to the weapons locker before we did.
Well,
Yes.
we were right there.
Yeah.
Be on your guard. There's something I don't trust about this place now. There's something in here with us.
He's right. Say, why were you guys sent to find me? I never asked you this before, but you were sent in to get with Tally to get me out?
Yeah, no, I asked them to try to if we could try to get an audience with Tarbu to negotiate your freedom, and then we got captured on purpose.
Oh,
That's securing your freedom.
well, we're freer than I was an hour ago, so that's good.
Yeah, no, you are. You are free now, which is very nice. Can we leave?
Yeah, nevertheless, we got to get out of here, guys. Unless there's anything you need at this place, we got to go. And unless anybody, was like on the way, I want to kind of like motor there, get to the hangar as quick as I can.
I got my guns. I'm set.
So yeah, Grix will he's like, all right, let's go, and he starts moving at a just shy of a run, but a brisk pace.
Lured as well.
Yeah, time to hightail it.
I'll stop at the hangar door, or if any time before that, but I'll stop at the hangar door and take a peek in and just try to get a good scan around the hangar when we get there.
So the route to the hangar takes you through the cantina and then through a few corridors at the rear. But eventually you wind up at the hangar. The hangar door is open, like the hangar door to the outside is open. And your freighter is there. It is exactly the same as it was. So they haven't gotten to stripping any parts off of it yet. As you are heading towards the hangar, there is surprising lack of guards anywhere, or people, or anyone.
Lured
Doesn't
runs
look
faster.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, guys. Where'd everybody go? I look around. Is there any ships that are better looking, or better, like anything exceptional in ship wise in there?
Yeah, it looks like at one point there might have been, but mostly what's left in here is just like the hulls. It seems that these other ships have already been stripped down and parted out.
Yikes! So my ship's the only one that's still in shape. The others are all non-flyable.
Yeah, the others are completely unflyable.
All right, rough.
And so you probably realize that if you were there much longer, your ship would have been dealt with quite similarly.
All right, there she is, my baby. It's the river's edge. And I point to the Hawk 290 sitting out in their hangar. She ain't much, but she is fast. I make for the hatch to get the ramp down.
Yeah, it's no problem. Get the ramp down. You can go up. Probably your ramp leads into your cargo bay. All your cargo's still in here.
Gotcha. All right.
They haven't done anything with that yet.
Oh, cool. I kind of like throw my hands up in the air. I'm like, "Ooh, lucky day." all the gear's still here. Over there, guys, the 2 speeder bikes. I point them out and I say, Tally, let's get up to the helm. Grab the co-pilot seat. Somebody else, come man the scanners.
KO will go to the scanners.
Laird jumps on a speeder.
I want to kind of lean out from the like off of the ramp and just kind of like close my eyes and just see if I can sense anything.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to I don't have any force powers or anything, but I want to close my eyes and try to just reach out with my senses, even if they're just normal senses, just to see if I can hear anything, just something that doesn't seem to fit in with this hangar bay. Something that's not normal, something that might be something stalking us or something like that.
Sure. You can give me a perception check then.
Difficulty.
I guess average is fine.
I fail the roll, but I do get an advantage.
I mean, nothing seems to be out of order besides everything I've already said. So,
well, I feel relieved that we dodged a laser blast. So I'm going to regain a strain.
Yep.
The coast is clear. Let's go.
All right. I get to the cockpit and I was like, all right, Tally, fire up the engines. KO, man scanner, short range. Look for any kind of energy fields or any large energy readings. I don't know what could have caused all this damage.
KO is also going to look for any biologicals. Can I do like a people scan? KO is more interested in where the people that did this are at.
We will be getting this ship off the ground as quick as we can.
For sure.
But I assume you're looking for scanners right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Let's get a computer's check from you, KO.
Difficulty?
Average difficulty is fine.
KO succeeds, 1 success and a threat.
Okay.
You see something, but it's really close.
They're inside the ship.
Game over, man.
Well, you scan for life forms in the general area. Do you limit it just to kind of what would be nearest to the palace? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, your scanners are picking up, obviously, everyone aboard the ship right now. And then there's 4 life signs in the palace that it's picking up, and then 3, and then 2, and then after a little bit, just 1.
All right. So yeah, I'm flopped in the captain's chair there, and we're flicking the switches and firing up the repulsor lifts and getting the thing floated. I'm like, all right, where are you guys going? After we're out of here, where do you got to meet up? You got a friend nearby?
Yeah, about 10 feet outside the front door.
That's crazy. All right. Well, do you want me to touch down or should we open the cargo bay and you guys take the speeders out back?
Well, we're still in the hangar bay of the ship, of the palace, right?
Yeah.
I said, let's just, why don't we take it out for a little bit? Just fly around the compound and see if we can't see exactly what's going on. There's something not right about this place. KO, what did your sensors pick up?
Well, I can safely say that there are no longer any life forms in the palace. The bad news is that something killed them all while we were getting on the ship.
At that point, I'm going to kind of take off my mask and kind of like stare down at you and stare down at the screen in front of you.
I would point at the life forms on. There's nothing on the screen anymore. It would be blank. I'd point at the screen.
There's just
the one, right?
There's just the one, and then all of you guys clumped up over on one of the sides.
I quickly look over to Grix and call out, "Go now! Just get this in the air."
We're going, and I'll pop her up, and we'll cruise out of that hangar. I guess we like veer for a pass. We'll do a circle pass around the palace and see if we can notice any damage.
Yeah. Okay. You exit the hangar. You fly up into the air. You circle around the palace a little bit. From what you can tell, after a couple minutes, there doesn't appear to be any visible signs of damage to the palace.
Well, what do you guys think? It doesn't look like there's anything wrong from the outside. You still want to touch down 10 feet out back?
Let's just give it a few minutes. How long has passed since we contacted Nephrim in the first place?
You suspect Nephrim will likely be arriving there within 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay, so we got some time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we should call her and tell her that we're somewhere else.
Yeah. Who had the contact? Was that Lurd or KO?
Yeah, Lurd had it.
Okay.
Where was the last place we said we were meeting her? Weren't we sending her over to the Gilded Peacock?
We had initially wanted her to go to Boogaroo's compound. Instead, we contacted her again to redirect her toward Tarbu's palace.
Send her back to the Gilded Peacock then.
So,
All right.
We'll pay her for her troubles.
oh, that's right. I point down toward the street level. I need to go retrieve that vehicle down there and pick up Crawley.
We at the very least have to return the ship.
Yeah. So I look at Laird and KO. Any one of you want to join me in this endeavor?
Yeah, I'll follow behind you on the speeder, and then, we can drop off the rental and then leave.
Just got to make a pit stop in that alley where we dropped off Crawley, just to see if he's still there.
Sure.
Okay, so Grix, you want to take her down? Just let me jump out.
Yeah, wherever you need, boss. And wherever you need to go, we'll float. We'll fly over there.
So rounding on the vehicle, is it still there?
Yeah, the airspeeder is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hop into it and as quickly as possible take it into the sky.
Sure. You're like rising into the air. You can see Cygnus walking away from the palace.
Does everybody see that, or is it just Berkin?
Well, Berkin does. Grix, I imagine you can see it. Anyone looking outside of out of a window could see it, but probably just like the front windscreen sort of thing.
There's only windows in the cockpit area.
Yeah, and then you could probably see the life form on the scanner still, KO. But other than that, is Laird still in the cargo bay playing zoomies on the speeder?
Yeah, when we get low enough, he'll take the speeder out the back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd say we got low when we touched down, so Berkin can jump out.
Yeah, I'll jump right out of the off the ramp and directly into the seat.
Cool. Yeah, and then Laird can fly out the back on the speeder.
Yeah, and I'll see Cygnus. Does he see us as well? Is he even looking around?
You can't really tell. You're like a good distance away, maybe like 150 feet sort of thing, but he is very recognizable.
I mutter under my breath, that one's going to be a problem.
Are you sure? What gave it away? The fact that he murdered an entire complex full of people?
Apparently had my comlink open.
Apparently you did.
That's fine.
And then where are you going from here?
I'm going to be heading back.
What's happening?
I'm backtracking to Crawley.
I'm following.
I'll get on the comms and I'll calm down to you guys on the bikes and speeder, and I'll be like, "We'll pull out. Calm us when you need us to pull in, and we'll come down to your location."
Okay. So you're all kind of following each other, but you go back to the place where you left Crawley. Crawley's not there. He has gotten up since and wandered away somewhere. That is the situation with Crawley.
All right, so I'm going to stand up in the speeder. I've gone down to the ground level, and I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to look around. Is there a building around here that looks like it would be like a safe haven, like a place where you could reach out and contact somebody?
No place in the Pratfall have you seen that looks safe, save for maybe Boogaroo's establishment.
Okay, so I guess the next thought would be that he'd be traveling in the most linear pathing toward his establishment. So I'm going to hop back down to the seat and continue forward, following that path.
The path back to
Crawley's rentals.
To Crawley's rentals. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be going slow enough to see if I can't spot him as we travel.
Sure.
You think it's Crawley's because you always come crawling back to Crawley's?
Maybe. If he
Crawley's
keeps dealing
rentals.
with people like you guys, he keeps crawling back.
Crawl on back to Crawley's.
I mean, he does sell feeders, so it's possible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Laird, you need to... Laird, can you contact Nephrim and see if you can't get her to meet us in a different location? I don't think she'll be very receptive to anything we say in front of a ruined palace where everything was murdered. Right? And I don't think that's going to work very well for us.
Yeah, I'll give her a quick call.
It rings a couple times, then someone picks up. Go for Nephrim.
Hey, Nephrim, it's your buddy Lurd again.
Oh, Lurd, hey, how's it going? I'm en route. I'll be at Tarbu's Palace in maybe a couple of hours. I'm actually getting pretty close to that original place that you gave me the coordinates for.
Yeah.
Maybe like 20 minutes away from there. So,
speaking of that, actually, if you could just head right there to that original place, that's where our ship's parked right now. So that would be easier for us.
Why would you ask me to come to Tarbu's Palace in the first place then?
Well, we were kind of in the middle of something, and I thought that's where we were going to end up. But wind's blowing in a different direction, We'll make it worth your while. Not to worry.
Okay. I guess if you're going to change the location one more time, just give me a call.
No, this will be where we'll meet you. 20 minutes, you say? We'll make sure to be there.
Yeah, 20 to 30, I'll be there.
Perfect.
How long is it going to take us to get there?
Talk to you later, Lurd.
See ya. All right, is this thing? Yeah, okay. Yeah, she says it'll be there in like 20 minutes, so let's boogie.
I push the throttle on the speeder.
Okay.
We're boogieing.
Meow.
So the beginning of next session, will we start it from the warehouse where the Gilded Peacock is, or from Crawley's Rentals?
I think quick stop at Crawley's.
Yeah, Crawley's for sure.
At the very least, just to dump the speeder and run.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I'm sure Crawley will have some choice words for you next session. I'm looking forward to that.
Actually, I like the Crawley character.
Yeah, you did the other day when you fucking kidnapped him and stole all of his shit.